You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
Coming up, a travel nightmare for millions making their way back home after the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. There's a blizzard warning across the Midwest, but it's not just the snow causing delays.
Plus, we'll tell you why police in Alabama are facing backlash after a fatal mix-up following a mall shooting on Thanksgiving night.
And we'll tell you about NASA's InSight mission to Mars as it gets ready to make its final descent. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now. John Scalzi loves that science like that.
Well, that story's just for him.
Yeah, I mean, I find it intriguing, but John just, he loves it.
He's over there doing this already. Can't wait.
Good morning, John.
Good morning. Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff, isn't it? I mean, it's been a long time since we've had a craft on Mars, and you know, just a few years probably in the future where we'll have men's feet and women's feet on the Martian soil. Cool. So we have a line of showers that's sinking southward. That's a cold front that promises to change our weather dramatically over the next 48 hours. We'll have quiet conditions this morning, but we do have some fog around the region, some of it kind of thick in places. We've had visibility down to a quarter mile around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. It's now at 3/4 mile, but still enough to limit your visibility. Temperatures warm and muggy across the region in the mid-70s along the coast, upper 60s closer to inland areas. And we'll top it out today warm, but those temperatures will top out early, and then we'll start to watch the temperatures fall as the cold front moves through, and rain showers will start to move in later in the day. Talk about that coming up in a few.
All right, it's a deal. Let's check the traffic right now. You'll see a little buildup there around State Road 70 and 301. Nothing major so far to report. Farther south, nothing in the northern half of Sarasota County. And then farther south, all clear now at 6:01 on this Monday morning. Well, Thanksgiving weekend did not end well for millions of travelers.
Thank goodness I was not one of them.
Yes.
Blizzard conditions are turning the Monday morning commute into a mess, with the storm stretching from Kansas to Michigan. ABC's Candace Gibson explains why it isn't just the snow that's causing delays.
Overnight, blizzard-like conditions slamming the Midwest. 50-mile-an-hour winds and heavy snow causing whiteout conditions on this highway in Kansas. This thunder snow caught on camera in Illinois. And at Chicago's O'Hare Airport, nearly 800 flight cancellations and hundreds of additional delays.
The frustrating thing is really because you cannot actually do anything about it. You're just stuck in here. Everybody's in the same boat. You really just, you cannot do anything about it.
On the East Coast last night, it wasn't the snow causing the headaches. Drivers were stuck for hours on the Delaware Memorial Bridge connecting Delaware and New Jersey. Officials closing the bridge after a gas leak at a nearby chemical company. This map showing the widespread traffic jam in red.
I'll tell you, for us to shut down traffic in all directions, and it could be very serious.
For people heading to Boston from New York City, a different kind of travel nightmare.
It was incredibly hot on the trains. Everyone was sweating.
A packed train stranded on the tracks for hours outside New York's Penn Station.
The train broke down. We sat for 5 hours there waiting to get repairs made to the train.
Amtrak blames debris on the overhead wire for the delay. What was supposed to be a 4-hour ride turned into a nearly 11-hour ordeal without working toilets.
It was an awful trip.
A frustrating end to a joyful holiday weekend, but despite the delays, some still found reasons to be thankful.
It definitely made me get more schoolwork done on the train. And all I can say is I'm thankful the toilets didn't overflow like they thought they would.
Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
Environmentalists say cold temperatures off Cape Cod caused the deaths of dozens of sea turtles. At least 220 cold, stunned turtles have been recovered from the Gulf of Maine since Wednesday. About 2/3 were dead. The group says the survivors are being warmed and be shipped to other aquariums for eventual release. Hey, download our free weather app for the latest alerts. You can also check out our website, mysuncoast.com, where under the weather tab, you'll find the official forecast and the 7-day outlook, as well as our printable hurricane guide.
An update now out of California, where the so-called Camp Fire in the northern part of the state is now 100% contained. The Camp Fire started November 8th, killing at least 85 people, and is now considered to be California's deadliest fire. It scorched more than 150,000 acres, roughly the size of Chicago, and almost 250 people are still unaccounted for. More than 500 commercial buildings and more than 13,000 homes were destroyed, mostly in the town of Paradise.
A murder trial begins today in Virginia for a man accused of driving his car into a crowd of protesters last year during a rally in Charlottesville, killing 32-year-old Heather Heyer. Several others were injured when police say that James Fields Jr. plowed into the crowd of people that were picketing a Unite the Right rally. The event drew self-described white nationalists who were rallying against the removal of Confederate statues. Heyer and others were countering that protest. Fields has pleaded not guilty to murder and malicious wounding. He's also facing federal hate crime charges as well.
Police in Hoover, Alabama are facing backlash after a fatal mix-up following a mall shooting on Thanksgiving night. Police now admit that the 21-year-old man who they shot and killed was likely not the gunman. Police initially issued a statement saying Emmanuel Fitzgerald Bradford Jr. shot two people, including a 12-year-old bystander, but less than 24 hours later, police retracted that statement. Now Bradford Jr.'s family is speaking out and demanding answers.
Nobody even took the time or had the decency to notify me of my son's death. Instead, it's flashed all over social media. There is no way that any parent should have to find out the death of their child.
Police say Bradford was carrying a gun at the time when the shooting broke out, but an attorney for the family says Bradford was licensed to carry a gun. His family is now asking for transparency in the case and for police to release body camera footage from the incident.
New developments in the investigation of a house explosion in Minnesota, and the whole thing was caught on videotape. Let's watch this. Buildings on the far end of the street. There it goes. The explosion sent debris in the air and a big ball of fire. One man was inside the house. He was injured. Neighbors couldn't believe what they heard and saw.
I just woke up. My girlfriend just got out of bed. She went to go make food, and next thing you know, the whole house started shaking. Her brother was still sleeping and actually woke him up out of bed. And we all were like, what was that?
We could smell like a little bit of gas and a little bit of wood burning and stuff like that, but it didn't seem like it was continuous. It was just like boom, and it happened, and then it was over with.
Officials believe the blast was caused by a natural gas line. They're not sure, though. For now, the entire block has been condemned, displacing about 11 residents.
Take a look at this. A driver in Pennsylvania is cited after claiming their GPS told them to drive on the railroad tracks. A Facebook post from local law enforcement says the female driver told officers that her GPS actually directed her down the tracks. The driver was sober and had no medical conditions that would have affected her decision making. Officers said the vehicle had been going straight on the highway before veering off onto the tracks, which is parallel to the road. The woman's car was later towed from the scene and she was cited for careless driving. Happening in Florida, the San Francisco 49ers have released linebacker Reuben Foster just hours after he was arrested on a domestic violence charge in Tampa. Foster is accused of slapping and pushing a woman at a hotel where his team was staying before they played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Shortly after his court appearance yesterday, the 49ers announced Foster was released from the team, eventually losing to the Bucs 27-9. This isn't Foster's first run-in with the law. Earlier this year, he faced similar domestic charges, but they were dropped. He was also suspended by the NFL for 2 games earlier this season for violating the league's conduct and substance abuse policies.
More than 6 weeks after Hurricane Michael hit the Panhandle, a half-dozen fighter jets are being moved to a different military base. The jets arrived at Eglin Air Force Base over the weekend. They had been at Tyndall, which is 70 miles to the west in Panama City. No word yet on when these jets could return to Tyndall as the state works to finish millions of dollars in repairs.
Happening today, it's 205 days in the making. NASA's InSight is making its final descent toward Mars. The spacecraft is expected to land on the surface of the red planet later today. InSight is NASA's first mission to study the deep interior of Mars. It launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base on May 5th of this year. InSight will study Mars in hopes of learning how our solar system formed.
Mars is pretty cold today, but Earth is a nice place to take a vacation. So we really like to know why one planet goes one way and another planet goes another way.
A few weeks after landing, a robotic arm will deploy instruments to measure Mars, quakes, and meteor strikes. Scientists also hope heat sensors will teach them more about the Martian interior.
Amazing technology. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. It is Cyber Monday. We'll tell you where you can find the best deals today without leaving the comfort of your own home.
And coming up at 6:30, some Suncoast visitors can now enjoy sunbathing in new sand. We'll have an update on the renourishment project underway on Lido Beach.
It is 6:09 right now on this Monday morning, 26th day of the month. Pretty shot there of our downtown skyline. Speaking of the beach, how's the forecast for that, John?
Well, not too bad. If you want to take a little bit of a morning walk out there, I will tell you that we'll have a southwest wind today. That's in advance of a cold front. And we'll have a fair amount of cloud cover, plus a few late showers. I think sunset may feature a few of those showers. According to Marine Spotters, their latest reports, there are a few beach locations, though, that do have intense amounts of red tide irritants in the air, according to the spotters that have been out there to sample that air quality. Other places have none at all. So again, it's one of those cases where if you go to a beach and there's a problem, just go a few miles in either direction and you might be okay. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in a few.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Happy Honda Days are here, and you're gonna like the holiday clearance savings. Save on the Accord. On sale for just $249 a month. That's the North American car of the year for less than the competition. Our most impressive Honda ever. On clearance for only $249 a month, loaded with more options, including a turbocharged engine and Honda Sensing. Do not miss these Honda clearance savings this week at your local Honda dealer.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Experience super hearing with Magic Ear. You'll be able to hear a pin drop from 100 feet away and watch TV without bothering anybody. It's so discreet, no one will know you're listening.
He's cute.
You'll be able to hear a whisper from the other side of the room.
Have you seen Dawn? She looks amazing.
It's perfect for the backseat of the car and for sportsmen and bird watchers. Get yours today.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life and I work in sports, so my mindset was just, let's fight. So our stories are all unique, so whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information and be involved. Don't ignore the signs, join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
It's rainy season on the Suncoast. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When there's the potential for severe weather, you need to know fast. Trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather to get you the information you need right away. We focus on the storms that impact where you live, and we're committed to alerting you with important information as soon as we get it. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you. Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we look at a 74-degree temperature, we look at a 73 dew point, and when you see that, you know when the temperatures are so close together that you're going to have a humid kind of feel to the air out there. And it is humid, and we've had some fairly clear skies, well, at least some mostly clear skies during the overnight, and that has led to some patchy fog around, particularly around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. Visibilities have been reduced there to as low as a quarter mile. Right now they're at about 3/4 mile. But as you travel about, you may encounter some of that patchy, at times dense fog in inland and southern areas particularly. South wind comes in at about 8 right now. Watch that south wind switch to a little bit more of a southwesterly direction today and become a tad bit breezy as we wait for a cold front to approach. Fog will be lifting by early this morning, and then we'll start to see the partly cloudy skies give way to mostly cloudy skies as we head into the afternoon and temperatures rise. It'll be a warm day today. Only thing is, those warm temperatures will probably occur pretty early on before we watch the temperatures begin to fall off as we head into the evening hours and the winds kind of start shifting a little bit more to the northwest. 3 p.m., we'll look for about a 77-degree temperature and maybe a 40% chance of showers, 30 to 40%, building to about 40% by 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. By 7 o'clock, I think we'll start to taper down those rain chances to about 30%, and by midnight, I think we can get rid of them completely. Titan radar not showing a drop of rain around our area. Everything pretty quiet. The only problem that we're having this morning is that fog issue. To the north of us, such is not the case. We've got a line of fairly strong showers moving through parts of North Florida. And in fact, the Severe Storm Prediction Center puts this area, the north central part of Florida, and even our area as well, in a marginal risk of some severe weather from some of these storms that could produce some gusty winds and some small hail. Now, tornadic activity is not an issue with these storms, but certainly some good downpours of rain and frequent lightning strikes, as well as those winds, could be an issue, particularly to the north. I will say that as that front sinks southward, the tendency will be for it to weaken. So we watch, again, more heavy snow through parts of Chicago heading up toward Detroit, areas of rain showers moving through the Ohio Valley, all part of a frontal boundary that will be pushed through our area later today. As it gets pushed through our area, we'll watch increasing cloud cover give way to a few late-day showers, clearing overnight, and then some cooler temperatures as high pressure back behind it builds in. And several days of very quiet weather, but very cool weather. Frontal boundary itself, as I mentioned, producing some fairly strong storms currently, and the future cast shows it moving southward through noon, maybe a scattered drizzle or two, but then during the drive time this evening, the showers move through, perhaps a thunderstorm, and then clearing during the overnight. So here's your forecast. Get ready. Know where those warm clothes are. Southwest wind coming in at about 10 to 15, increasing this evening to 20. Boaters don't get caught by surprise by those increasing wind speeds. And the 7-day forecast looks like this. Today near 80. Tomorrow, though, 67, our daytime high. Into the 40s tomorrow night. Wednesday, even a cooler day with temperatures in the maybe mid-60s, perhaps even cooler than that. Overnight lows in the 40s. There'll be some upper 30s in inland areas. Sunny skies, though, and not a lot of wind, so it shouldn't be that bad as we head into Thursday, Friday. Saturday and Sunday, another front comes through with another chance of showers as we warm back up to near 80. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at first alert traffic on your Monday morning. In Manatee County, we're seeing some delays on US 301 northbound as you approach State Road 70. Some slight delays in the southbound direction as well. Delays on State Road 64 if you're heading westbound toward the interstate. In the northern half of Sarasota County, you're seeing some delays on US 301 southbound as you approach US 41's intersection. Other than that, nothing major to report. And in the southern half of Sarasota County, everything is running smoothly at 6:18 on your Monday morning. In consumer news, if you're like me, you're one of the millions of Americans getting ready to click on those Cyber Monday deals.
But before you place your orders, Eva Pilgrim has a warning if you're looking to buy electronics.
Cyber Monday is on track to be the biggest online shopping day in U.S. history. An estimated 75 million Americans are expected to shell out $7.7 billion.
The best deals for shoppers on Monday will be toys and apparel. You're going to see discounts of up to 60 to 70%.
Starting at midnight, Walmart will deliver discounted tech products from Apple to game consoles with even bigger surprise deals on the way. Target is putting the entire site on sale with 15% off everything. For those in the shopping spirit right now, we spotted this gel memory foam mattress on Wayfair, originally priced at more than $2,300, now 89% off on sale for $266. And the 6-piece knife set for more than $300 off at Sur La Table. Also, save 50% off apparel at J.Crew and Banana Republic. But before you click purchase, experts recommend doing your homework.
If you're okay with getting electronics that are maybe of an older generation, check out Cyber Monday and know that that's probably going to be the first items that are discounted.
Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
And with all of these discounts, you may be thinking about buying a Christmas tree. But when's the best time to buy a real tree? A report by the National Christmas Tree Association says the cost of trees will spike on Cyber Monday to the highest that we'll see year-round. That's about $81 for a tree. If you can wait until the week before Christmas, the average cost goes down to about $64. But procrastinators get the best deal of all. If you wait until Christmas Eve to get a tree, you can find one for just $47. Is your tree up?
No, we don't do a tree anymore.
Oh, not at all.
No, you still buy a tree?
I have a fake tree.
Good for
so
you.
Not a real one.
The
you. Cats would ruin a real one. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll tell you how a journal is giving new insight into the final days of an American missionary killed on a remote island in the Indian Ocean.
And next half hour, more safety tips for shopping on Cyber Monday with a live report from our newsroom. 6:20 right now. Here's a live shot from one of the Amazon fulfillment centers in New Jersey.
Well, it looks peaceful right now. I'm sure it'll get a lot busier a little later today. I was at the one in Ruskin last year on this very day. It was very hectic there. Employees very busy.
Busy place to be. More news after this.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
As smart as our pets might be, they can't advocate for themselves. That's why it's important you make your pet part of your family's disaster preparedness plan. Talk to your veterinarian and visit banfieldfoundation.org/disaster. Don't save it for a rainy day.
Get more for your money during the Subaru Share the Love event at Sunset Subaru. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $275 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
I'm Officer Scott Savitt, and this is CopCam, a wireless security camera smaller than 1 square inch, so you can hide it anywhere to record anything, anytime motion is detected. CopCam shoots in incredible high definition and includes a powerful microphone to record perfect audio.
With a motion sensor, it only records when it needs to.
Then simply upload to your computer.
Call now, and you can get CopCam for only 2 easy payments of $19.99.
Order now, and we'll upgrade you to our CopCam Elite with 6 built-in infrared LEDs
to record even at night.
We'll also send you our swivel clip to turn your CopCam
into the best dash cam, body cam, or action sports cam. And it's free. And finally, an 8GB memory card, also free.
Call or click now and you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee.
You can get all this, but you have to
order now.
Call 1-800-931-5108 or visit buycopcam.com. So call 1-800-931-5108 now.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Welcome back. Caught on camera, a Florida police officer being praised for saving a baby's life. Officer Jorge Gaz was on patrol when he saw that the parents of a baby were driving the 6-day-old child to the hospital because she was choking and turning blue. Well, Gaz feared they wouldn't get to the hospital in time to save the life, so he jumped into action.
I gave her 3 to 4 thrusts to the back, made sure I kept her airway open, and once I heard her breathe and cry, and that's when I knew that the baby was breathing again.
She's breathing and thank God, Officer Gus saved her life. We were so thankful.
Wow, paramedics took the baby to a nearby hospital where she was quickly treated and released, all thanks to Officer Gus.
We're getting new insight into the American missionary killed on a remote island in the Indian Ocean as a journal is now revealing his final days.
ABC's Paula Ferris has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details from the journal of that American missionary feared killed by an isolated tribe in the middle of the Indian Ocean after he illegally made contact with them and tried to convert them to Christianity. In the diary obtained by ABC News, 26-year-old John Chow says a member of the tribe, quote, shot me with an arrow directly into my Bible, which I was holding in front of my chest. I stumbled back and recall yelling at the tribe member for shooting me. Chow says he then fled, swimming back to his boat where he left the journal, but later returned to that island.
This was his life mission, which is to go and share the love of God with these people.
And we'll have the latest on the possible efforts to recover Chow's body. With your GMA First Look, I'm Paula Ferris, ABC News, New York.
After my DVT blood clot, I wondered, is another one around the corner? Or could it be different than I thought? I wanted to help protect myself. My doctor recommended Eliquis. Eliquis is proven to treat and help prevent another DVT or PE blood clot. Almost 98% of patients on Eliquis didn't experience another. And Eliquis has significantly less major bleeding than the standard treatment. Eliquis is FDA approved and has both.
Don't stop Eliquis unless your doctor tells you to. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. If you had a spinal injection while on Eliquis, call your doctor right away if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. While taking Eliquis, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer than usual for bleeding to stop. Seek immediate medical care for sudden signs of bleeding, like unusual bruising. Eliquis may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
What's around the corner could be surprising. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
Where to go and what to do in Birmingham, Alabama. Personalized just for you. Find your sweet spots at alabama.travel/sweetspot.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
It's a brand given life by craftsmen with seductive Italian styling. The Alfa Romeo Giulia, Stelvio.
Get yours at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
The ABC7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert weather app today.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. All right.
Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
The world is a beautiful place again.
Join the Voices for Recovery. For confidential information for mental and substance use disorders, call 1-800-662-HELP.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Coming up, shoppers beware. It's Cyber Monday. We'll have some safety tips to make sure your information is secure online.
Plus, we'll tell you when the Sarasota County Schools Police Department will receive new leadership.
And some Suncoast visitors can now enjoy sunbathing in new sand. We'll have an update on the renourishment project underway on Lido Beach. Those stories plus your first alert forecast coming up this half hour on Good Morning Suncoast. Good morning, everyone. It's 6:30 on the Monday morning after your holiday weekend. I know it's hard for some of you to get up this morning.
Yes, back to reality for all of us. You had a tough one. You flew in overnight almost.
Yeah, I've got about 2 hours of sleep, so cut me some slack if I'm a little slow this morning.
Let's get to the forecast now. A chilly week to be on the beach, John Scalzi.
Yeah, it kind of is. In the next several days, certainly it will be a big change. And you can already notice that change beginning to occur in our Lakewood Ranch webcam showing the fog that's out there. Some of the fog reducing visibility down to a quarter mile or less in some locations. We have 3/4 visibility being reported right now in Punta Gorda, but other locations, particularly close to the coast, have some much reduced visibilities in places. So watch for that this morning. That is the warm, humid air that is over the state of Florida in advance of the next cold front that's producing some strong storms, and it's sinking southward into our area. It'll produce storms for us later in the day and some big weather changes. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
Soon, John, checking first alert traffic now. Some buildup now on 301 in Manatee County, both southbound and northbound. Also plenty of congestion there on State Road 70 in both directions between 301 and I-75. Farther south, some buildup on Fruitville Road eastbound. Also more congestion as you come out of St. Armand's Circle and head toward the Ringling Causeway. Not sure what's going on there. South County all clear as of 6:32 this morning. Right now, millions of Americans are shopping online for Cyber Monday, considered one of the largest shopping days besides Black Friday and Small Business Saturday.
While you click away at deals and add those much wanted items to your online carts, experts are offering a few ways you can stay safe. Our Marla Spence joins us live in the newsroom with the latest. Marla.
Well, Jess and Ray, the Cyber Monday shopping frenzy started as early as midnight. It's estimated 75 million people will take advantage of internet bargains today without even leaving the comfort of their home. Now, with so many people on the web looking to snag some super deals, more scammers will be lurking for those to fall vulnerable to online scams. Experts say you can avoid falling victim by avoiding public Wi-Fi, using credit instead of debit, shopping secure sites, and being very cautious of emails. If a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is.
With scammers, they usually take two alternatives. They either scare you that something really bad's going to happen if you don't act right now, or they promise you a really awesome, great deal if you don't act right now. But the common thread there is they want you to make a decision right then on the spot.
Another huge red flag is if a retailer asks you to pay with a gift card. Now, while paying with a gift card helps keep your credit card number private, it should never be a requirement for a purchase, and it's a popular way for scammers to steal money. Jess and Ray.
All right, good tips. Thank you, Marla. For the latest on Cyber Monday safety and where to find the best deals, plus breaking news and your latest forecast, head to our app. It's under WWSB or under My Suncoast.
Relatives of a man who was shot to death before his body was found burning on the side of a Manatee County road are now speaking out about his murder. Deputies say a witness found the body of Antonio Maurice Bradley burning along the side of MJ Road in Mayaca City back on November 14th. Investigators confirmed his identity by performing an autopsy. We spoke with Bradley's family over the weekend. They say they want the 35-year-old to be remembered for his selfless personality, always putting his siblings, mom, and 4 kids before himself.
He would do anything to make sure that they were happy. So now I'm watching some kids that's going to have to grow up and not remember their dad.
Deputies say Aaron Koziak was arrested on unrelated charges before confessing to Bradley's murder. Bradley's family says the two were acquaintances and worked together. Koziak is now being held in the Manatee County Jail without bond.
Caught on camera, a convenience store in Bradenton is posting surveillance video after a customer lost his temper. Now you'll watch this video. It happened at the 7-Eleven convenience store on 14th Street West in Bradenton last week. The store posted this video on Facebook. You can see a man enter the store, and then moments later another man enters. Now later in this video, you might not see it, the man gets angry at the clerk behind the counter, eventually walking around and getting in her face. He then walks back around, slams down some merchandise, and there you go. We finally saw it there. If by chance you recognize the man in the video, call the Manatee County Sheriff's Office.
Looking ahead, the new Sarasota County Schools Police Department will be getting new leadership tomorrow. Tim Enos will be sworn in as the new chief of police. The ceremony will officially allow Enos to start in his new role. Parents and staff can get to know him at a meet and greet. The ceremony starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow, but guests are asked to arrive by 9:30. It will be at Riverview High School's Performing Arts Center, and the event is open to the public.
The state is still taking input on how to enhance the section of US 41 near the airport. They are focusing on the area from University Parkway north to Whitfield Avenue. They have a team evaluating future improvements. Some of those include widening the sidewalks, adding more room to congested intersections, and also improving lighting there. For a link to that study so you can make your voice heard on the project, go to our website, mysuncoast.com, and click on the article, FDOT looking to improve US 41.
Lido beachgoers can now enjoy sunbathing in new sand. 185,000 cubic yards of sand are being pumped in to fix the major erosion that has plagued Sarasota's beach. The sand is being dredged from New Pass, and big machinery is helping to put that sand in its place. An ABC7 viewer, Taylor Armstrong, sent us drone video of Lido Beach that was taken over the weekend. In the video, you can see the dredging taking place from a bird's eye view. Now the beach renourishment project is just a temporary fix. The city plans to dredge hundreds of thousands of cubic yards from Big Pass by next fall, but that project still has to get through some legal hurdles. The beach renourishment project is expected to be finished by February.
The local branch of Wreaths Across America is asking for your help to lay wreaths on all the grave sites at the Sarasota National Cemetery. They need to collect enough money for 1,500 more wreaths. One widow got involved after her husband, who is a Navy veteran, passed away 4 years ago. He is also buried at Sarasota National Cemetery out Clark Road, east of the interstate.
We need to recognize them, not just Memorial Day, Veterans Day, but during the holidays. It's also important for those family members who've lost a loved one that have that empty chair during the holidays. That hurt never goes away.
The Wreaths Across America ceremony takes place on Saturday, December 15th at 10 a.m. at Sarasota National Cemetery. For more information on how you can help with a wreath or help the organization, go to our website, mysuncoast.com. You can still hear the pain in her voice there. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. How soon can you add romaine lettuce back to your routine? We'll have an update from the Centers for Disease Control.
And we'll have an update on the battle at the border as hundreds of immigrants try to break through into the United States.
It is 6:38 right now, Monday morning, 26th day of the month. Here's a peek outside our studios at dawn starting to break over Sarasota Bay. Could see a bit of a change in the weather today, John Scalzi.
Definitely coming our way, you know, looking toward the Gulf waters, things look fine. Looking back toward the east, we got some fog out there, so watch for that. The fog will end early on with temperatures climbing to near 80 and then a chance of rain showers of about 40% later in the day. Cooper, our youngest weather watcher, coming in with 68 degrees. Jeff in Laurel Park coming in with 72. Becky and Old Myakka, the cooler spot, coming in at 63. And Richard in Northport coming in at 70. That 63-degree temperature may be our high temperature a couple of days down the road. We'll talk about that in just a second.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
It's hard to see when you're outside at night. It's time for the Atomic Beam Sunblast, the new solar-powered light that's super bright. Atomic Beam Sunblast lets you add a light anywhere, and the atomic solar panels charge the built-in lithium-ion battery quickly. Then the 180-degree motion sensor turns on the light when you get near and automatically turns off when you disappear. Look, here's a best-selling outdoor solar light, and here's the super bright Atomic Beam Sunblast. Get the super bright Atomic Beam Sunblast for only $19.99. But wait, call right now and you can double your order and get a second Sunblast, plus our best-selling Atomic Beam Flashlight. Just pay a separate fee. That's 2 Atomic Beam Sunblasts and the Atomic Beam Flashlight. Call now.
Call 1-800-494-1002. That's 1-800-494-1002 or visit bysunblast.com. So call 1-800-494-1002. Order now.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So temperature and dew point have remained fairly unchanged over the last several hours. 74-degree temperature, dew point 73. Pretty close together, meaning high relative humidity. We're right now at 97% relative humidity, and consequently it's a kind of a sticky start to the day, warm with some patchy fog around. So watch out for that as you head out this morning. Kind of what time is it here? Almost 7. We're almost looking at the point where the fog is going to reach its maximum and start to decay away and mix away and bring us some clearer skies as we head into the next few hours. But it still has that possibility of forming in places where it has not as of yet formed. So watch out for that. 7 south wind coming in at about 8 right now. As we head through the morning hour, by 9 a.m., that fog certainly will be lifting. We'll be looking at a kind of a mix of sun and clouds, leading to a little bit more cloud cover in the second half of the day, and a good chance of seeing some showers around, about a 30 to 40% chance. We'll start with a 40% chance by 3 p.m. It actually should be more around 4 or 5 p.m., but then decreasing to about 30% by 7 p.m. or so. So somewhere in that time frame, drive time this evening, a 30 to 40% chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm. Right now, quiet. Don't expect to see much rainfall this morning. We do have a fog issue, but not the rain issue. The rains are still back to the north of us along a frontal boundary that extends really from the Atlantic waters all the way into the Gulf waters. And it is producing some fairly heavy weather. We're seeing some showers and thunderstorms existing up here that could produce some torrential downpours of rain briefly. All of this gradually sinking southward. Now, I will tell you that the frontal boundary itself will probably start to decay as it sinks southward through Hillsborough County, Pinellas County. We'll probably start to watch it fall apart a little bit as it gets closer to us in terms of its weather production, because it'll be later in the day. But the Severe Storm Prediction Center still puts us in a marginal risk of seeing some severe storms build with that front as it moves through. So we'll keep an eye to the sky, watch for that. Good time to download your First Alert weather app and keep that with you in case we get any notifications that you need to know about. So across the region, again, there's snowstorms in parts of Michigan, all stretching all the way back towards Chicago, and then transitioning into rain showers for areas of the Ohio Valley. So airport delays certainly going to be a problem there. It's attached to a cold front, which will be the one pushing through our area a little bit later in the day, increasing our cloud cover, bringing us a second half of the day chance of a late shower, maybe a thunderstorm, and then shifting our winds around, bringing down some cooler, much cooler air and some big changes in the extended range forecast. For boaters today, don't be caught by surprise. Your winds are going to be picking up a little bit later in the afternoon. Coming in this evening north at about 20. We'll have anywhere from 10 to 15 overnight winds shifting to the north, and that north wind is what's going to do the trick in terms of bringing down the drier air. 2 to 4 foot seas, choppy conditions building as we head into the second half of the day. So we'll look for a warm afternoon, but it'll occur early on, and we'll watch temperatures fall through the second half of the afternoon into the evening with that rain chance starting to work its way in. Overnight low tonight, not too bad, around the 60-degree mark. Tomorrow, we're not going to warm a whole lot. We'll get up to a high of about 67 with an overnight low in the 40s tomorrow. And on Wednesday, probably the coolest day of the week, we'll only hit 63 for a daytime high under plenty of sunshine. We warm for a couple of days under some nice sunny skies, and over the weekend, another frontal boundary brings us a chance of showers. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Taking a look now at first alert traffic on your Monday morning. We're seeing some major delays on US 301 if you're heading northbound, crossing over State Road 70. Some other delays on US 301 if you're heading southbound, a little north of State Road 70, the northern half of Sarasota County. We continue to see delays if you're coming off of Lido Key toward the city of Sarasota and the Bayfront there. Other than that, nothing major to report in the northern half of the county. And in southern Sarasota County, your usual delays here and there, but overall nothing major to report at 6:46 on your Monday morning. In Health Smart, a Listeria outbreak in several states is being linked to Vietnamese ready-to-eat pork products that were shipped nationwide.
So far, the CDC says 4 people have been hospitalized after eating a certain type of pork patty rolls, and they're now being recalled. Listeria is especially dangerous for those over 65, pregnant, or those with a weak immune system. Symptoms include headache, stiff neck, fever, muscle pain, loss of balance, even convulsions. The CDC says if you have any of these products in your home, throw them away and sanitize the area where the pork was stored.
And the CDC is continuing to warn people to avoid eating romaine lettuce due to E. coli concerns. So far, at least 32 cases have been reported across 11 states, sending 13 people to the hospital, with most cases coming at the end of October. Retailers and restaurants are also being warned not to serve or sell any of the romaine lettuce while the CDC works to figure out what caused the outbreak. If you still have any of the lettuce at home, be sure to throw it away as soon as possible. Happening now, the U.S. temporarily closes a portion of entry Sunday night, firing tear gas at migrants after hundreds attempted to bypass Mexican police.
ABC's Lana Zek has the latest.
A tense situation on the U.S.-Mexico border. Migrants from Central America breaking through Mexico's police lines in Tijuana, pushing past Mexican authorities in riot gear to climb over barricades and surge into the no-man's land between the U.S. and Mexico. U.S. Customs and Border agents responding with tear gas, temporarily closing the San Ysidro port of entry to all people on both sides of the border. The situation has been threatening to boil over for some time now. Tijuana's mayor has called the hundreds of migrants waiting there a humanitarian crisis. During a protest along the border on Sunday, some tried to appeal to President Trump. This sign reading, "Mr. Trump, help us please." Another saying, "Trump, we hate you not." Their future uncertain as President Trump has tried to change the process for these migrants hoping to seek asylum in the U.S.
We will close entry into the country for a period of time until we can get it under control.
For the entire border?
The whole border. I mean, the whole border.
Overnight, President Trump commenting about immigration and the criticism of his administration for separating children from their parents, tweeting, "I tried to keep them together, but the problem is when you do that, vast numbers of additional people storm the border."
39 people were arrested, and now the Mexican government says that they will immediately deport all those individuals who tried to violently cross over. Lana Zak, ABC News, Washington.
U.S. Health and Human Services reports a record 14,000 immigrant children are now living in U.S. detention camps and shelters. That's up from the 2016 monthly average of 4 to 9,000 children. Health and Human Services says the high number of detained children is because of Trump administration policies. Some are suing the administration, accusing it of intentionally holding on to some children until they turn 18, when they would go to more strict detention. But children separated under Trump's so-called zero tolerance policy account for less than 200 of the 14,000 reported.
Former Trump campaign advisor George Papadopoulos is set to start his 14-day prison sentence today for lying to federal investigators in the Russia probe. He has asked a federal judge twice in the last 10 days to pause the sentence, but the judge denied both requests. Papadopoulos is now set to surrender today at a correctional facility in Wisconsin. In addition to his 2-week prison sentence, he also will pay a nearly $10,000 fine, serve a year of probation, and 200 hours of community service.
And Republican senators are now calling for a briefing on the murder of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. This comes after top GOP members criticized President Trump last week for backing Saudi Arabia after the CIA concluded that Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman ordered the killing. Now Senators Lindsey Graham, Bob Corker, and others say they may want to know more about the possible connection. Corker, who is the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, said last week that he wants a full Senate briefing before senators decide about what actions to take against Saudi Arabia. Reports say the hope is to have the briefing by Wednesday.
Up next, our top 7 before 7. But first, speaking of Washington, D.C., here is a live look at your U.S. Capitol. Postcard shot out there.
I know, an absolutely breathtaking view of our nation's capital this morning. We'll have your headlines and one last look at the forecast coming up right after the break.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or get the most awarded SUV of all time, a new Jeep Cherokee, for as little as $19,999. Find the path to your next great adventure in the all-new Jeep Renegade 4x4 for just $16,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
Introducing CopCam, the brand new HD mini security camera that catches thieves. It's motion activated, so it only records when it needs to. And it loop records, so you can leave it out 24/7. CopCam has infrared LED, so it can record at night. It comes with a clip to use as a body cam for security or for action sports. And it makes a perfect dash cam. CopCam also comes with an 8GB memory card. Get yours today.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Pick up an Angel Tree gift tag at ABC7 or Annie Jessup's major appliance location to see what a local child or senior citizen is wishing for this holiday season.
From ABC7, thank you for your generosity and happy holidays.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Welcome back. Here are the top 7 things you need to know before you head out the door at 7 o'clock.
Number 1 is John Scalzi's weather headlines. John?
So we have a cold front headed our way. The cold front headed our way is going to do a couple of things. One, it's going to keep us in that warm, muggy air, so we have a little bit of patchy fog that lifts soon. Secondly, clouds will build. We'll get afternoon showers and thunderstorms that linger into the early evening. Then, skies clear, and we got 2 much cooler days ahead. Back to you.
All right, number 2, checking first alert traffic. You'll see more traffic again today. School's back in session. Some congestion there on 301 northbound. Nothing major to report this morning, though, so far on Suncoast roads.
Number 3, police in Alabama are facing backlash after a fatal mix-up following a mall shooting on Thanksgiving night. Police admit that the 21-year-old who they shot and killed was likely not the gunman. His family is speaking out and demanding answers.
Number 4, nearly 500 migrants tried to rush the border over the weekend, some throwing projectiles at agents. U.S. officials responded with tear gas and temporarily closed a port of entry along the border.
Number 5, a confrontation between a customer and cashier at a 7-Eleven in Bradenton is caught on camera. Police now looking for your help identifying this man in the video. As you can see, he gets angry, he gets into the cashier's face, then eventually he slams down merchandise before leaving the store.
Number 6, hundreds of flights were canceled on Sunday and more are expected to be canceled today thanks to strong winds and snow blowing through the Midwest. Over a foot of snow is expected to fall in parts of the Great Lakes region.
Finally, number 7, what's trending? An amazing discovery in the Great Lakes. Check out this steamship that sank 90 years ago, found at the bottom of Lake Huron. Divers got a chance to explore the wreckage of the Manasoo, which sank in 1928. It was discovered in excellent condition, 200 feet below the surface. If it wasn't cool enough, still on board was a 1927 Chevrolet Coupe, also in great shape. Experts say it's unlikely the ship will ever be brought to the surface, but they hope the classic car can one day be retrieved and possibly be displayed in a museum.
Now that is interesting.
Wow. I wonder why the grill of the car didn't have any barnacles on it. Interesting.
Yeah, lots of questions there.
It's absolutely amazing how big our ocean is and that things can sink and it's not found for
I know. Just found them now.
Years. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching Good Morning Suncoast.
Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next. Have a wonderful day.